It's been a long journey, but 1,300 nautical miles later and we're finally arriving at the destination. From dodging thunderstorms in West Texas to aborting a takeoff in Big Bear due to weather, we were ready to land in Salinas for the fly-in and stay put for a few days. However, just because we finally got out of the bad weather in Big Bear doesn't mean the adventure is over yet. I wasn't rolling cameras in Apple Valley after we fueled up, but now I wish I had. We hopped back in the plane and hit the starter, but all I got was a click. At that point, all I could think about was how this trip was starting to feel like one of those movies where nothing goes right. It was comical for a second, but then the reality set in that we were in the middle of the desert with an airplane that can't start. The first thing I thought is that it could be either a shot motor or a bad solenoid somewhere in the circuit. Either way, I didn't have the tools to hardly do anything except take off the cowling, which I proceeded to do and gave all of the solenoids a tap to see if that would loosen them up. After putting the cowling back on, I flipped the key and still, just a click. I had the mechanic on the field take a look and he said it's most likely something on the starter, which is nothing I didn't already know. And for him to investigate it further, we would have had to keep the airplane there for pretty much the rest of the day, which we couldn't afford, so we opted to hand prop the bird and take it into Salinas, where time won't be near as much of an issue since we're staying there for a few days. Hand propping is not something I recommend, but if you must do it, be sure to get extensive training from someone who's experienced at doing so. It's a good skill to have in case you find yourself stranded with a bad starter or some other issue like that. After I cautiously threw the prop with my own hands and started the engine, I hopped in the airplane and we picked up our IFR clearance and got out of Apple Valley. On the climb out, I canceled our IFR flight plan and opted to maintain VFR around the clouds because we were right at freezing outside, and if we entered a cloud that would be icing conditions, and that's not something I wanted to mess around with. We proceeded the rest of the way into Salinas VFR at 10,000 and sometimes even 12,000 feet to stay above the clouds, navigating via VORs and GPS. Staying VFR over the top made it a relaxing last leg to this obnoxiously long trip to Salinas all the way from Texas, and we were definitely happy once we got out on the ground on the west coast. Flying IFR as much as Brandon and I do, I have a newfound respect for IFR. If I have a choice between flying VFR or IFR, I'll always choose VFR any day. Flying in IMC is not comfortable, nor should a pilot ever feel comfortable in IMC, because once that happens, you let your guard down and you lose respect for the risks that it presents. The instrument rating is a tool to get you out of trouble, not get you into trouble. Once we got to Salinas, I had a mechanic meet me at the airplane the following morning to help me troubleshoot the issue so I wouldn't have to hand prop it all the way home. It turns out that the jumper that went from the solenoid power stud to the motor power stud had broken off on one side. The click I was hearing was the starter solenoid engaging, but it wasn't delivering any power to the motor to turn the prop. It was a fast and easy fix, and the mechanic didn't even charge me for the time that he spent helping me, so shout out to Air Motive Specialties of Salinas, California for the awesome service that helped get me back home. All that being said, I'd like you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this beautiful VFR approach into Salinas, California for the AOPA Regional Fly-in.
Kind of refreshing to go fly VFR.
I know, it is. I haven't flown VFR in I don't remember the last time.
It's weird to see water.
Yeah, huh?
On the 430. I never see it.
Alright, so Few at 2500 is what this says, so we might, when we get below this, we might stay around maybe 5,000, 6,000, as long as that keeps us underneath this layer. So that way we're not in the junk as we approach Salinas.
Man, like those mountains out there.
7.15. Good day.
It's awesome. You can see right past them. Look at that clear weather. Those clouds way out there?
Yeah.
That's over the ocean.
Oh yeah, no, I see it. Coastline. That's what we should go do, fly around the coastline, yo.
At or above 3,000 for traffic for NRSL.
And NorCal approach, Skyhawk 809901 with you descending through 3,800. November 80991 on NorCal.
80991 and proceed direct to Campora, advising pick up X-ray.
Okay, we'll proceed direct Campora, and we'll advise we have X-ray for 80991.
And 80991, change by frequency 133.0.
133.0 for 80991, thanks.
Air 90 Hotel Echo.
That's better.
Traffic's no factor, VFR altitude, your discretion. Contact Salinas Tower on 119.52.
Eight 80991 is up with you, 3,500 direct Campora.
Air 70 Tango, descend and maintain 3,200. The Salinas Airport is 12 o'clock, 13 miles.
And NorCal 80991, level 3,500, we have X-ray.
Nor 80991, NorCal, say again.
And level 3,500, direct Campora, we have X-ray.
991, thank you. Air 266 Bravo Charlie NorCal, approach the Salinas altimeter is 2994. Say approach request. Major flight 6211, traffic 1 o'clock, 10 miles opposite direction at a Cessna at 3,300.
I got the airport.
You do?
Yep.
Cessna 901, correction, Cessna 901, turn left 20 degrees, vectors for traffic.
Left 20 degrees for traffic, 80991.
And Cessna 991, that traffic at your 1 o'clock, 6 miles opposite direction, Bonanza 3,500.
Okay, Roger, we'll keep an eye out for that traffic, and we're going to have some clouds here at 3,500. Is it alright if we go down to 3?
Cessna 901, contact Salinas Tower on 119.52.
119.52 for 80991. Good day.
70 Tango, crosswalk.
Or 16 to the south.
Salinas Tower, Skyhawk 80991 with you, 3,516 nautical to the south.
Cessna 8099 Yank, correction. Cessna 80991, Salinas Tower, report 4 mile left base for runway 26.
Or report 4 mile left base runway 26, 80991.
Alright.
Salinas Tower, Cessna 968, over Charlie, hold control, runway 26,
Cessna 968, runway Charlie, Salinas Tower. Can you depart without delay?
sorry, I gave 48 over Charlie.
Cessna 8, runway Charlie, hold short, runway 26.
Hold short, 26.
I think we're good on obstacles if you want to go down to 3,000 or 2,500 even.
Salinas Tower, good afternoon. King Air 6 Bravo Charlie's with you, 1 from Giphy for the GPS Zulu 31.
Around 266 Bravo Charlie, Salinas Tower. Are you going to circle off for that approach, sir?
Yes, sir. Whatever will work for you guys.
Around 6 Bravo Charlie, roger, report 5 mile final for runway 31.
Report the 5 mile final for 31.
Got the airport?
Bravo Charlie, thank you.
Yeah. See the runway? Yeah.
That's going to scoot us pretty close to this terrain here.
Well, he wanted us on a 4 mile
Left base.
That's right.
That's the edge of the delta. It's going to be right by that terrain.
Right.
Which is okay.
We can go further up and then go right if you want. You don't have to go right now.
I know.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, you can stay over the highway.
Yeah, we can, but
Yeah.
I think this will be fine.
We should be. I don't see any towers on here.
Salinas Tower, Skyhawk 80991, about a 4 mile left base runway 26.
Cessna 991, you're number 1, runway 26, clear to land.
Number 1, runway 26, clear to land, 80991.
Salinas Tower, Cessna 286 Sierra Papa, 10 miles to the north, inbound landing with X-ray.
2860 Papa, Salinas Tower.
You feel some pretty good chop coming off these.
I'd cut it in closer now to clear to land.
60 Papa, roger, continue following that Grumman, report a 4 mile right
Either way, we're still going to feel it.
Right.
Alright, we'll continue to follow Grumman and report 4 mile right base for 26. That's Sierra Papa.
Tower, King Air 6 Bravo Charlie, we're here for display aircraft for the show, so I'm assuming right turn.
Yeah, 6 Bravo Charlie, affirmative right turn and follow the marshal.
Okay, 6 Bravo Charlie, and you want us to stay with you on frequency?
1100 feet.
Huh? Affirmative.
1100 is your field there.
Bravo Charlie.
Yeah.
Number 134 Julie Charlie, Salinas Tower, yup. Number 134 Julie Charlie, Salinas Tower, yup.
And look at that Pacific Ocean way out there.
Tower, Cherokee,
Awesome,
737 Charlie Fox.
So awesome.
It's clear out there too.
Oh, yeah.
Go fly over the ocean. Yeah. Hawaii.
This is 737 Charlie Fox, currently 8 miles out on your, toward the north, and I've got the ATIS, over.
Number 7 Charlie Fox, I verify you at 2,200 feet.
That's affirmative, sir.
2 Charlie, correction, November 7 Charlie Fox, you have traffic ahead to your left for less than a mile, 1,600 feet is a Cessna, follow him inbound.
Roger, I have the Cessna.
November 7 Charlie Fox, say type aircraft.
I'm a Cherokee.
Number 134 Julie Charlie, Salinas Tower, yup.
Yes, sir, I'm with you for the visual 26, I just couldn't get a word in.
Yeah, Santa Carriage, picture prop power, speed belts.
When I call you base turn, you got traffic coming up off your left side for
Roll it up, power to idle.
Okay, I'm extending my downwind now.
Nose up trim, we'll get it down to 85 knots. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Flaps set to 10.
Wind check.
Winds 24012.
Right.
4 Julie Charlie,
Right down the runway.
base turn, and if able, reduce your
Front
speed.
close.
You're following on a 1 mile final Cessna.
Gyros
Okay,
up.
I'll reach my speed, 4 Julie.
Tower, Grumman 48 Lima, 4 mile right base, 26.
And Grumman 48 Lima, square out your turn to the downwind, sir. Your traffic, you're following on a extended base at 1,500 feet is a T-34, report him at sight.
Alright, we'll turn for downwind, we've got that traffic inside Grumman 48 Lima. Salinas Tower, 7 Charlie Foxtrot, you want me to follow this Cessna in?
Number 7 Charlie Foxtrot, affirmative. Continue following that Cessna.
Charlie Fox, local.
One 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Flaps 20.
Salinas Tower, Cessna 6 Sierra Papa, 4 mile right base, Grumman in sight.
Cessna 6 Sierra Papa, right to continue following.
Continue following Grumman, 6 Sierra Papa.
Grumman 48 Lima, your number 2 following the T-34 runway 26, clear to land.
Alright, clear to land 26, number 2, Grumman 48 Lima.
Cessna 8 Sierra Papa, your number 3 following the Grumman traffic runway 26, clear to land.
Alright, we're number 3, clear to land, 6 Sierra Papa for 26.
November 7 Charlie Foxtrot, your number 4 following the Cessna traffic runway 26, clear to land.
7 Charlie Fox, Roger, clear to land. There we go, to the Cessna.
Cessna 991, right turn next intersection. And where will you be parking?
I'm making a right turn at the intersection, and we will be parking, I assume, just regular GA parking for the fly-in.
That's a 991, roger, right turn and follow the marshal. And you can monitor ground frequency 121.7.
121.7 right turn here at Alpha, we'll follow the marshals 991. We were quite relieved to get on the ground at our final destination after a very long 3 days of traveling. We could have done the entire trip in a single day, but there were a few destinations we wanted to hit on the way to Salinas, and when one destination didn't work out, we took a detour and that's where all hell broke loose and we got grounded overnight because of snow in the mountains. Flying this little Skyhawk from South Central Texas to Northern California was filled with learning experiences of all degrees, and in the end, none of us will improve ourselves as pilots if we don't accept our mistakes and close calls as lessons learned. I live by the philosophy that life is a learning experience, and with each moment, good or bad, there's always something that can be learned from it. I better myself from the lessons that I've learned in the interest to always make myself a safer pilot, regardless of how many hours are already in my logbook. If you like these videos, you can click subscribe to be notified whenever a new video is released each week. I'm also hosting a Patreon campaign, which is a great help when it comes to cutting together all of this footage I capture, so if you'd like to help out and support the channel, you can click on the Patreon logo or on the Patreon link in the description, and even donating $1 or $2 per video makes a big difference. So until next time, I wish you VFR weather and tailwinds along your route. Thanks for watching.